Good day everyone, my name is Loshini Sundar. Today I will be presenting learning styles and autism. First, we're going to look at learning styles definition. So, people can learn through visually, hearing, which is auditorily, and manipulating object, which is hands-on learning, which is also known as kinesthetical learning. The definition of autism: a neurological and developmental condition that often impacts learning behaviors, social skills, and interactions. So in order to find a way, we need to identify the learning style first. So we need to find their interests and strengths, and then we need to focus on their attention, and then we need to understand the challenges that they face. Are they having trouble in reading or understanding? We need to understand that, and then we need to know their sensory preferences. Sometimes the children doesn't like too much of loud noise, or the environment need to be very quiet and calm. So we need to understand that. So we have four style of learning, so which is visual learning firstly, and then auditory learning, and then we have kinesthetic learning, and then we have reading and writing learning. So firstly, we're going to look at visual learning. So visual learning have four types. So first we have video modeling, and then we have second will be aid of graphic organizers, and then we have visual schedules with images. Normally for teaching the children about the routines, we always use the visual cues so that they can understand what they need to do next. So we have fourth will be diagrams. Diagrams we always use for understanding the lesson. Okay, normally for like English, we use preposition. We need to understand the concept. So we will be using the visual cues so that the children will be able to visualize and then can understand. So second style of learning will be auditory learning. So here we have three types, which is repetition. So normally repetition is we use very casually because we need to repeat our instruction to the children. Normally the children cannot focus in one time of instruction, so they need the repetition so that they can understand and they can follow what need to be done. And then we have verbal discourse, which is a group activity and spoken discussion. And then we have record lesson recordings enable auditory learners to go over and over again so that they can understand what they have learned in school, and then they can do it in their home as well. Thirdly, we have kinesthetic learning, which is more to hands-on learning. So in this part, we will be using more outdoor activities. We use more sensory materials, texture materials, fidget materials, and then we have cooking lessons. Normally we do with the children sandwiches, touching the vegetables. Normally the autistic children doesn't really comfortable with that, but it gives them a new exposure for their level. And then more experimental stuff like volcanic. So it's very hands-on and it's very impactful for the autistic children. So lastly, we have reading and writing learning. So we normally, if the cognitive is very good among the autistic children, we give them a small notes, very short bullet points so that they can understand, because they cannot go like a very long composition or not. So they need something direct to the point, what they need to do. So normally, okay, this is next. The first step, this is the next step. They need to understand that. So more to repetitive writing and reading. Reading and writing goes together. So they need to read and then write. Normally we start with the reading first. So based on my experience as a special needs teacher, four of these very important learning style. As a teacher, we cannot simply stuck in one style. We need four style also, because the children simply get bored easily. So they need new things to learn. So normally we will incorporate four style of this. So here, the tailor learning activities to match their individual preference. That's very important. And then second, foster a flexible learning environment. So sometimes the children have their own mood. They have their sometimes they want to study. So we change the learning style more to hands-on, not writing. So it depends on the children. And then thirdly, we need to foster a strong communication between the parents so that they know what their children is going through and what are the changes. And then we need to integrate technology and assistive devices into the classroom. It's very important nowadays. We need technology and devices to help the autistic children to learn.